You are watching programs from the stable of Smutkut Entertainment Productions.
Power to the people. Power to our youths. Power to our mothers. Power to our young woman leaders. Power to our national chairman. Power to the youths and the power to women and the power to all of us here. Today is a great occasion in the PDP USA. Since I started PDP, this is the second time I've seen all national executive of our great party back home to be in US. The first one was in 2002, 16 of them, and today is 9 of them. It did not happen by surprise. It happens because we have a good leader.
Yes.
And we have a very wonderful team that God gave us in December to save our great party. The Honorable Secretary, the National Vice Chairman, South-South of our great party, the National Organizing Secretary, the National Woman Leader, and the Honorable Foreign Coordinator, and the Honorable Sani, the political, distinguished senator, most distinguished, yes, most distinguished senator. Yes, it's not easy. I don't know what to say, but we in diaspora here at PDP USA, Jesus Christ, forgive me because, you know, the South woman leader of our great party is in our midst. I don't know where to start. For me, joy is flowing in my vein because we had a wonderful foreign coordinator that we work with. Even when the party was going through those lost and little things, she says, keep hope alive. Then, after that, we had a wonderful leader that visited the Secretariat in Chicago for 5 days. Our own brother, elder, the National Vice Chairman, South. Yes. When he came, he started talking. I listened. I said, Chairman, do you know I know you very well? He said, how come? I said, when you were chairman of Delta States, I would always sleeps in the governor's house. And whenever I come home, I always come there with George Sokalo. And whenever you come, I say, that's the chairman. I says, sir, I want to be like you. Party loyalty is very important. Amen. Most of us are in this party, not for what we can get, it's for what we can actually help to bring up our country. And anytime I stand up, I talk about discipline because without discipline, you can't have a good family. Without discipline, your children will not enjoy your wealth or the education you give them. PDP USA is a very disciplined organization. Everybody in PDP USA in one way or the other, I know them. I've been to their homes, I've been to their states. So anyone that says I hate them, I ask them, how about can I love you? We are very principled, we have a very wonderful executive, and I recognize my deputy chairman. Dr. Isaac, please stand up. I told people in US, I says, if this man gets angry with you, I don't know who will be happy to get angry with him. That person in my book is at fault until proven otherwise. He's a very honest man. He's a dedicated man. He loved the party. He fought for this party when nobody was there to fight for the party. These are few. Some are coming. We have 42 branches in US. When we took over, we had 12. And we make it a point of order that every month we must connect to a different state where we don't have branches. Many Nigerians are PDP by middle name. That out because there are some branch chairmen, and I'll say it because my term is more 6 months. So in 6 months I don't have to run for anything. So I have to continue honest. Those branch chairmen will not allow new people to come to their branch out of inferiority, out of the person who opposes their view. We stop that. Because this party belongs to everybody, irrespective of your religion or your opinion. And we use this for networking. I've gotten contracts, I've gotten business from members of this party in different states. That's why when I talk about PDP, I say I've gotten what I wanted in the party. Because the people here, I was in Colorado last 2 weeks. He put a business down for me. I went there, I made money. It's because of PDP. So anybody looking for money from Nigeria, This executive will not take a dime from any party from Nigeria. Anywhere, I say it. Anyone that begs you money or sends you information that we are looking for money, this executive is not in support of that. That person is his or her own.
That's right.
The reason why the previous administration failed, when we came to this chapter as executives, we sat down. Each branch used to pay 1,500 a year. Before the election, I told them, if we cannot follow the constitution, don't vote for me. And when they voted for us, we knew they were ready to follow the constitution. Then we had a meeting, the executive, we said, we don't want branches to pay us money. So nobody will say we ate their money. So branches does not pay anything to national.
That's right.
It's we put this money individually to who follows the route, personal donations. So when branches are doing anything they are doing, we tell them, don't overdo it. If it's $200 your branch have, just give us hotel, we're gonna pay for it, give us food for $200. When we come in there, we can feed ourselves. So why do we do that? There are people in this midst who can feed all Nigerians in the US. You just have to put the platform for them. That's how the party has been going. We say, how do you run the party? That's how we'll be doing it. There's no secret, my brothers and sisters. We don't and welcome, and may God continue blessing PDP, and may God continue blessing our leaders, and God bless Nigeria.
Great party. Like the chairman said, I've always been very positive about our position as a party. No matter what we were going through and what we're still going through, we're still a great party. Our party has structure, our party has great people, our party is dynamic, just that we had some setbacks because we tried to go beyond what God had planned for us at the appointed time. But now we've come back and we say to the people, we are back and please, let's put our heads together to work together. So I am very proud to be here. One, because God has made it possible for us. Two, is that our party that nobody ever expected that would be able to go anywhere, the national chairman and the NWC, God gave them the grace to be able to sponsor us, and here we are. And I'm happy because we are supporting the US chapter chairman. I have not had any chairman in the whole of PDP who has opened new branches. While we lost the election, he was inaugurating branches. No matter what we're going through, I'm telling myself, don't worry. This convention will come and go. Party will start afresh again. And the rest, I wasn't feeding him with any information again because every Nigerian is online, so he was hearing everything himself. So when everything turned for good, he said, my foreign coordinator, I remember what you told me. I said, God does not lie. God is real. PDP is the real thing. And God is with us. And this time we'll try our best not to hurt him again. So Lord, your National Secretary and the NWC members here present and the members of the USA chapter, we are really happy to be at home. We are with family. We are with you. And the National Secretary will show us the way. And as he shows us the way, please, like he said, be disciplined. Because once you discipline house, that's when we have success. Thank you very much.
PDP power! Yeah, I'm sure I'm the USA PDP chapter. PDP power! We changed the change 2019. Mr. Chairman, I don't know what I would say. I think the great Ogidi. The National Organizing Secretary, the women leader, the South Women Leader, my colleague, a member of my constituency, Senator Amori, and even the people from Niger State, the New Prairie people. I don't know what I was saying, in diaspora?
Yeah.
Yes.
PDP family, the foreign chapter, USA chapter. Today, I feel very much honored. But before I saw my appreciation, I will start by thanking the Almighty God, in whose mercy we are here today. Because it has been long. We're talking about this very particular day. Only God, who doesn't need anything from anybody, and everybody needs everything from God. He made it possible for us today. So we glorify His name. We thank Him. I will not be talking today because today's event is for you people, not for us. It's just for you to see us and for us to see you. And even though most of you are not in my constituency, I hope the youth leader would have been here. He is up there. I think likely he's sleeping. We came here with the National Organizing Secretary, with National Women Leader, with the Youth Leader, and most of people who matter in the new National Working Committee. This new working committee is a working committee committed to blend our opposition PDP. And we will tell you exactly what our aims and intentions are going to be by tomorrow, not today. What we do is to look at our faces. Our faces will tell you what we feel about USA PDP chapter. We have to say, from what we have been receiving from the chairman, I have to say we're very proud of this church, very confident, and we believe in you. And as I told the chairman yesterday, even though we are new, we need you just as you need us. We want you to look at us as a collection of human beings who have weaknesses. If we fail as a National Working Committee, don't leave us with our capability. Check us. We are always ever ready to make amends. And I told you, I should tell you, members of the PDP family in diaspora, they should leave their doors open for us. So whenever we need any assistance, any advice, we get prepared and advise us on the way forward. This working committee is only working towards one thing: winning election, winning election, winning election, and 2019. So I will not be talking much. If I'm going to talk, it will be tomorrow. I will tell you what you come with, what is expected from you people, and what we shall hammer on you to do. And we shall not relent our efforts. And we shall not allow you rest until we kick impunity out of the PDP program. Nigerians are eager for PDP to take over. The mistake has been made. We realize our mistake. We know the mistake we made. And we are very, very prepared to make amends so Nigeria will be as it was. In fact, what Nigerians are yearning today is for this government to bring back Nigeria where it found. Yes. So, by the grace of God, with you people, we are going to make that one happen. It will happen. 2019, on the day of the election, before 11 o'clock, we'll show Buhari the way to power. So, I thank you very much, and I assure you of our commitments. I assure you of our respect for your charter, and there may not be a successful party without interventions somewhere, somehow. We know it. We know how to take care of it. That's why we are here with the national organization, the organizers everywhere. Even if you want a bad organization, he is very good at that. PDP! So we can organize anything, good or bad. That's why I'm very much close to him. PDP is an organized party. And that's why we got somebody to organize very well. If you want to organize by the left, by the right is there, in front is there, back is there, down is there, up is there. PDP! We change the channel by the grace of God. Thank you very much.
For all of us. This night is not for speech.
PDP.
PDP. PDP. I thank everyone that is here. I'm so overwhelmed that this is actually happening. It still looks like a mirage, but I know this is real. That we have our leadership here. I'm humbled. We don't take it for granted that you're here. And I'm not going to be preaching, but I know a book of the Lord has been opened because we'll never forget this day. We will not. Thank you for coming. Now, for everyone that flew in from New York, Michigan, California, and I'm meeting a lot. We've been talking on the phone, but now we're meeting. So that when we run into Walmart or to any store, we will know, oh, that's my sister, that's my brother. Thank you for coming. And we don't take it for granted that you came because things happen. The Lord granted each and every one of you journey mercies, and you're here. And He will keep everyone. And He will take you, everyone, to their homes. We will not receive any bad news and will not send any to anyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But this is just the tip of the iceberg because tomorrow is the big day. And I know that we'll also, as we are coming, we'll also bring our people because there's no that will PDP said. We are not begging, we're actually asking for what is our right, and that is going back to Asaro. Thank you very much for coming. And by the way, we have food. We're here to welcome, everyone, the family. Just eat. Tomorrow is the big day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I agree with the chairman that I was not sleeping. I have to attend one of the meetings of my local government here. So I didn't know that we have started. I was rushing to come meet this particular meeting. I'm so sorry that I came late.
Okay.
By tomorrow, I promise you I will be the first to be here.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Where's the mic? Bring the mic.
Forever.
change 2019. Well, in the PDP programs of action, the key are women and youth. Unfortunately, the youth leader came late. I told, when I was talking earlier in the night, I said, unfortunately for me, I'm not part of this constituency. The constituency is for young men. No! And the women leader, well, in the interest of commission, our vision today is about it. And women, during the voting exercise, if like the good, bad, and ugly, they said, if you want to shoot, shoot, don't talk. So what they do is, if they want to vote, they vote. They don't talk. They queue, they vote, and they protect their votes. The Mother General of the PDP today, it's her birthday, though I don't know how many years. But I think no, she told me when she was talking, when I said in 1979-83, I was in the House of Reps in Nigeria. She said then she was 5 years old. Then you can count from 79, 83 today, then plus 5 years.
That makes 72, sir.
Oh, I congratulate you very much. I wish you, if you are 50, I wish you 50 more years. Amen. Whatever years you have today, I wish you double of it. Amen. And in active service. Amen. I wish the leadership, the women of Nigeria and those in diaspora will take PDP. The program is done by kicking out APC from the government house of Africa. I wish you the best. I wish you many more years. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, your children, and your hobby. Thank you very much.
Thank you. DJ, don't waste time now. That's. They said the others to go, we're going. Yes.
You are watching programs from the stable of Smutkut Entertainment Production.
The policy now is take the party back to the people, as the name clearly states. And what that means in simple terms is every ward, for instance, has its own leadership. And when you get to a ward, allow party members there to decide who their leaders will be. Every generation also has its own leadership. And that's why in the wisdom of the party, the national chairman and the NWC clearly designed a roadmap where the youths will be prepared for leadership. And that is called Generation Next. because we clearly understand that they are very restive now, and they're in a hurry to take over. So that agenda is being implemented through our campaigns, through our policies. And the PDP, being a very gender-friendly party, is also putting the women up front, empowering and energizing them, because we understand clearly that if the truth must be told, elections in Nigeria are won by women. They have the patience, they have the strength, they have the capacity to vote, and they have convictions. Whenever they make up their minds, they go that way. So these are key enablers of our journey to victory, and we are implementing them very religiously. And to achieve all this, the party has embarked on massive mobilization exercises through state chapters, through zonal offices, by embarking on rallies that have content. And in the process of those rallies, our messages are clearly espoused, and avenues are created for opinion leaders to meet the leadership of the party. Because it's not only about rallies, it's about just the way National Secretary has clearly outlined issues. You have to meet leaders and let them understand where we are coming from and what we want to do and how we intend to do them. So that's ongoing. We have also embarked on registration. Those of you who are out here will hear from us very soon, because at any moment from now we flag off online registration, so that registering will be so easy. And we intend to very carefully, though aggressively, partner with you in the areas of membership. In the next 1 month, we'll flag it off. And I'm happy also to note the enthusiasm among all of you who are party members. And clearly you have your membership cards. And I've heard a few talks about membership and non-membership. But please, your membership card is what conveys membership and confers it upon you. So ensure you have your membership card. We have a new membership card now because of change of administration. We are going to liaise with the leadership of US chapter so that we pass them on to you. It's just a stopgap measure. Since we are going online, we still have to capture our members so that we'll expand our activities and expand our cost. So we are doing all that, and we expect as a party, US, Nigeria, to have strategic engagement since we are going for elections. We obviously need you, because the last election was won through social media. And we know that you are very, very good at that. It's just an aspect of strategic engagement, some of them we cannot discuss here, that we'll be having with you. And as myself also takes responsibilities for some of this, we'll establish a very strong liaison through your chapter chairman and organizing secretary, so that we'll work together, we'll be on the same page all the time. So far, the journey has commenced. Graciously, the National Secretary has said a whole lot, and it's my office that will actually engineer the implementation towards successes of our programs, and by the special grace of God, we'll get there. So I want to congratulate you for staying together. I want to encourage you, give you hope, lift your spirit, that for us, the job we have taken is a sacred assignment. It's not like any other party positions. We understand clearly the mission. We have sacrificed self. We want you to hold us accountable, and by the grace of God, under the leadership of Prince Uche Secondus, will take you to the promised land. God bless you. PDP!
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now we have the closing remarks by your humble self, the organizing secretary, the chapter and also refreshment after that. And we don't have the luxury of time for a long talk. I just want to appreciate the dignitaries from Nigeria. Also want to challenge the PDP members in the diaspora to be relevant in our sphere of influence, which is mainly at home. We have a proverb from my village that says that the river that forgets its source, or the stream that forgets its source, will drown. Is that right? So we need to improve our relevance at home. We need to put our resources where our mouth is. We're not just sending the Western Union and the MoneyGram, but let us do the borehole. Do something in your village. Yes. You follow what I'm saying? Yes. I'm from Osun State, and the past 10 years now we have an orphanage in my state that, today we have 30 babies in this orphanage. And my aunt called me, was it 2 or 3 weeks ago, and said, well, you are helping people in your state. What about children in the north? I said, sure. So we sent somebody to the north, to Jigawa, and I've never been to Jigawa. I left when Nigeria was 16 states or 12 states then. Now it's 32, is that right? So, 36. I've never been to Jigawa, so we said, okay, we're going to have an orphanage there. We got the property there, and another one in Adamawa. Heading to Nigeria in a couple of weeks. I'll be going there. Even a friend warned me and said, do you know that is APC region? I said, don't worry. We get these children, taken care of, and PDP will come out of this as part of our project. Is that right? Yes. So let us please do something relevant in our sphere of influence. One American philosopher, Edmund Burke, said, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing about it. Yes. So our silence will not help. We've got to be practical. We've got to empower our youth. You are richer than an average Nigerian. So please, you can only sleep in one house at a time. You can only ride one car at a time. Send these resources home and help somebody at home. God bless you. Amen. Now, this time I'm closing remark and prayer. Closing prayer.
Okay. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, PDP family, PDP! PDP! Alhamdulillah, that's what we're here from you people. As we said, PDP is a party that believes in the rules of law, unlike the APC. The APC doesn't believe in the rule of law. Because if you are granted bail in a court, they will not let you come out. PDP is a party of rule of law, and that's why we have a constitution, and we try to make sure that we follow strictly and rigidly where possible the provision of our constitution. 2017, the constitution of PDP was amended. So if you're coming, you may have the older version, but this time around we came with the new version. And it's a symbol will give the chairman the PDP constitution and the PDP manifestos in Nigeria. And the manifestos. The guidelines, okay. So we give you this one, Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the chairman, Madam Uche Secondus, the National Working Committee, and the entire member of the PDP family in Nigeria. We present this one to you, Mr. Chairman. I wish to be there. Thank you very much. God bless PDP and you.
Raise it for the camera. Raise it for the camera.
Thank you very much. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. I thank the Almighty Allah, first of all, for successful deliberations this evening. We thank the Almighty Allah for bringing you all from your various destinations, and we do also pray He takes you back to your various destinations safely. We pray to Almighty Allah that He is able to hold His American chapter in one, that all the members are able to see and know what their differences are, and be able to solve these differences and move together as one family, together with the Nigerian chapter, as we strive to take over power in February 2019. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmani Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Amen. I wish you all good luck and thank you for this occasion.
More than 60% of the population is below the age of 30. Do we relate? Yep. A lot of them haven't been to school, and they are claiming that Nigeria has been an oil-producing country. Therefore, they should sit and do nothing and get housing and healthcare, education free. Yes. We know where that is coming from. 2 months ago, I turned 36 years old. And in 1982, somebody was Minister of Communication, Aud Obe, when he was 35 years old. 36 years later, he still is a minister. I would like to leave here believing that one of the great plans the PDP has is to engage. Nobody should tell me I'm young, no, because I'm not a small boy. If somebody was 35 years old and he was a minister, and then I'm 36 and nothing. I would love to see a situation where the PDP turns to my generation. Thank you.
I left Nigeria when I was 8 years old. I'm one of the few young people selected to represent Africa, not Nigeria. Back then, it was African Olympic Development Committee. And I've been visiting, but that's when I left home. And I think that's a sacrifice. So for somebody to say Nigerian youth has nothing to offer, that felt like a slap on my face, on the face of my family, and everything. And that's one of the reasons why I joined PDP. One thing I'm going to say, I'm going to pass off of what the secretary said earlier about Jonathan did not lose the election in 2015 because of lack of performance. I was part of the strategic committee and we did research about different things that was done under Jonathan's administration that were not communicated to Nigerian people. And the advice I'm going to give the PDP governors and everybody that is under the auspice of PDP now in government is they have to have town hall meeting to communicate what they've been doing in the administration, because nobody will know. And the information being perpetrated by APC is what won them the election in 2015.
PDP, power to the people. PDP. Yeah, my contribution to what we're talking about is going to be this. My advice to PDP to move the party forward is, one, the other major party that took over power from PDP had one powerful stigma against PDP, and that was misuse of funds. I don't know if that's true. I'm not going to stand here and say, oh, it happened. But what I'm saying is, PDP, by God's grace, if they come back to power, should look into that and make sure 1, 2, 3 persons that probably did, things like that, such things don't happen anymore.
Let's pray this prayer. I said, God, I want you to just put me in a place of influence where I can influence things positively in my country. I'm a businessman, I'm a designer, but I go to Nigeria like 4 times in a year. Why do I do this? I just want to see what's happening. And when I left here this evening, I saw this national chairman, which I've seen that is a principal person. I'm saying some people, my friend in Chicago, I told him, this. He sent me, said, Oliver, politics. I said, no, I cannot take somebody's money. I've been praying, you must use the channel to get into a place and impact lives. One thing I would say to leadership of this party, wherever you find yourself, just be accountable to your people. Accountability is the word. Accountability. I tell you, when you come and tell someone, this is how I spend this money, and you come the next month or maybe quarterly and explain it, you will get the support of it. That's the same thing in families. That's right. When parents are accountable to their words, their children, they would believe, your wife will believe in you as a man. So that is it. I just tell you, it's just one word. Accountability. When we get that right, I tell you, go to sleep.
We the youth here, how many of us are party carrying members? How many of us in our constituency really be like involved in the party activities? Youth can take over on social media. Youth can take over by cursing each other on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. We can only take over if we actively involve ourselves in party activities. None of us, most of the youth themselves, they're not registered members. Most of the youth themselves, they don't want to be associated with any party. And when you talk about politics, numbers matters a lot. Numbers matters a lot. Okay, now I say, this man sitting down here now, we want to get him out of this place. If you want him out of this place, say yes. 80% of people here say yes, 20% say no. What's going to happen? He's going. That's just what it is. That's just that's just politics for you. Numbers matters. Our youth should be encouraged, not on social media doing politics and cursing ourselves and replying to people's comments and stuff like that. If we know we really mean business, let us go down there, register, have our party card, participate in activities, and that is it. PDP is the only party that have a good agenda for the youth.
Yes.
What you can do for your country, not what your country can do for you. What are we doing for our country? Most of us, we don't care
for our younger generation. We need to care for these people because these are our leaders of tomorrow. As the former speaker said, we are just recycling old people. The same old people. Every year the same people. Every year the same people. The old people stay behind and support the new people.
That's right.
That's what we want.
Yes.
This has been a Smutkut Entertainment Productions written